Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Steve Jackson's Sorcery. Previously, we finished Act 2 in spectacular fashion. I may have sold my soul to the god of malice, but we did it. We uncovered all the spell lines, we commanded the North Gate, and we incinerated a goblin army and saved the city port of traps. And this time, well, we're moving forward into the backlands on our way to Mampain, where sits the Crown of Kings. So without further ado, let's begin Part 3, The Seven Serpents. Begin your adventure. Oh right, cloud spell name. My cloud spell is... where? R-U-X-Y. Karuxi. That is my spell name. Found one saved adventure. Right, yeah, that's me. You saved Kare from the marsh goblins, became a follower of Slain, and acquired the Serpent Ring. 18 stamina, 9 rations, 23 gold. View items. Yeah, my large handry sword, the bow and arrow, silver chain. The net. We still haven't found a use for that net. My god. Yeah, everything looks to be here. Got my spell book. Yeah, this is definitely my save file, so let's continue. Night falls on this, the 8th day of your journey from Analand. To the east, mighty mountains claw at the stars. You stand on the edge of Badubak, a wild and evil place. Beyond lies Mampain Fortress, the Archmage, and the Crown of Kings. The path has been long. Leaving the hills, you journeyed into Kare and saved it from destruction by goblins. You lost your spirit guide on its streets, becoming a follower of Slain, the god of malice. You overcame the deadly portal traps of the city, ancient cruel magics designed to trap the unwary, and you faced an army of enchanted werewolves as they sought to overthrow the first noble. The backlands are different. But the plains of Badubak will be different. Once, long ago, this land thrived, prospering in the warm shadow of the Fortress of Sorcerers, high in the Zanzunu peaks. Then, something changed. They say the last refugee to reach Kare declared only, "They are all gone." The North Gate was sealed and the backlands left to die. Now, the gates stand open. They say the land beyond the gates is cursed. No one from the young country of Analand has ever crossed this wilderness before. You will be the first. The old world is counting on you. Oh, I'm ready. Hello. Oh my. What interesting terrain. The Seven Serpents. Well, I got poison antidote, and I got a snake ring. I should be set. So, let's actually take a look here at the world map. Wow. Okay, it goes into like a deep old valley. Looks like there's a cave here, a worn trail. Who knows what that is? Some pock marks. Are those steam geysers, do you suppose? A little cave? A big old toe. What the hell is going on there? Hello? What? Ooh. Oh, there are interesting things happening on this map? Did you see that? There was a house there, and then it vanished. Oh, something weird's happening here. Where am I even going? Oh, who knows what the end goal is? I don't even know. Okay, click your character to continue. The stones of the old road disappear under a layer of dust and sand. At your back looms the great wall of the city port of Kare. Ahead, there is nothing but an empty waste and the night. Ready my sword. What, there's no one in front of me. Look back, walk on, no. I'm sure everything's fine. Let's just, well... Alright, we'll strike a cool pose. Ready my sword. To trust this wilderness would be a grievous error. You draw your sword from its scabbard. There may be goblins still hiding out there who escaped the fire from the gates. Look up at the stars. As you walk, you lift your eyes to the stars, wondering what fresh secrets they may hold, this far from the walls of Analand. Right. So yeah, we're getting new tutorials because technically speaking, this is a whole new game. Acts 1 and 2 came bundled in one game. This is a separate entry in my Steam library, technically. Every step along the broken road takes you further from safety and into the unknown, and you keep your legendary sword high. Something, slang perhaps, sets your senses tingling. You are not alone out here. Is that the screech of a bird you hear, or a distant scream? Keep walking. You try to shake off your unease and keep walking. Below your footsteps you hear the calling of birds. Crows? But no crow call is as piercing as these shrieks. A moment later a ferocious nighthawk has plunged from the sky, talons outstretched for your neck. Oh, son of a... Okay, let's see. Man, you can't have a moment's peace already? Okay, roll aside. Duck. Fire an arrow at the bird. Slash at the bird. I don't know how close it is to me, but I feel like rolling aside is the best thing to do. Oh. Well, I'm injured. You try to roll aside, but you are too slow. Sharp talons rake down your back. The bird reels up into the sky to rejoin its group. You count 4 birds circling, ready to attack. Fight, run, shout in defiance, cast a spell. Let's fight. You set your stance and ready your blade. A moment later, the Nighthawk has swooped once more. Oh, good lord, that thing is way bigger than I thought it was. Holy. Okay, maybe I should have cast a spell. Yeah, wow, my character just looks freaking tiny. Okay. It's just me, or is the audio a bit more quiet than usual? I'm not sure what it's gonna do first. 9.2. Whoa. This thing ain't messing around. The Nighthawk swoops in low, talons outstretched. You swing wildly, hoping to chop the creature from the sky, and your blade strikes deep, cleaving through the whirl of teeth and grasping talons. The Nighthawk opens its beak to scream and circles through the air overhead. For just a moment, you lose track of it against the stars. All in. You take advantage of the Nighthawk's anger to press forward. Your blade sings as it parts the air. The Nighthawk swoops for you, then tries to turn and retreat, but it is too slow. Your blade cuts a ragged gash in its bony belly. You draw blood. It clicks together long talons while turning in the air once more. It is still determined to fight. We'll defend. Could have overpowered it there. You drop into a crouch. The Nighthawk tries to slice you with its wings, but you duck. I'm sorry, slice me with its wings? What is this, a friggin' skarmory or something? How do you slice with a feather? You're just a big bird. Oh, narrow victory there. You wait for the Nighthawk's wide wings to open, and then you strike. You wait, twist, and then charge forwards, overpowering its beating wings and tearing claws. The low hills echo with the bird's chill screams. It flexes its cruel claws as it wheels overhead. Feeling pretty good about this. Another full power blow. You clamber up a nearby dune to get closer. Swinging up from the low crouch, you aim for the beast's cold heart. The Nighthawk screams as your blow connects. The creature wobbles and almost falls. It beats its strong wings and gains height, gathering momentum for another strike. Yeah, I couldn't have matched that one there. You fall back as the Nighthawk screams through the air. You repel it with your blade, heaving with the effort. You escape mostly unscathed. It stretches its long nails while circling in the sky. Okay, I feel like usually does like one medium blow, then a bunch of small ones, so let's try flat 6.1. Not quite. An opening appears. You jump through the air, hoping to catch the creature. Your blade slices into the thick leather of a wing. The Nighthawks in the sky scream and bellow at their companion's suffering. The Nighthawk reaches with its cruel talons as it turns above you. I don't like this. We'll defend here, take the hit, then go all in next time. I should have gone for it. You drop into a crouch. The Nighthawk tries to swipe you with its vicious wings, but you step quickly aside. You breathe a sigh of relief. It flaps its way upwards, gaining altitude, ready to plunge. Suddenly, you dive forwards. You bring your blade in heavily. The Nighthawk tumbles as it tries to lift itself away. From a few feet overhead, it collapses into the dust. The savage light in its eyes has gone dark. 3 stamina lost, decent dueling. You step away from the fallen creature, but there is no time to rest. 2 more of the creatures overhead shriek and start their dive. Stand ready with my sword, start running, cast a spell. Dude, we're right out in the open. We can't run. I'm not interested in doing another fight, so cast a spell. You spread your arms wide, ready to summon the power of the stars. But then, quite suddenly, the Nighthawks break formation. Something else is shimmering into visibility in their very midst. Oh, what? Run forward, move uphill. Not really sure what the difference would be, but I feel like sticking to what appears to be a road would be safer. Run forward. You turn and start running along the old road. Your heart pounds in your chest. Wings beat behind you. Whatever has frightened the Nighthawks away is coming after you. Turn and face it, keep running, drop, roll, and stab. Turn and face it. You turn to face the creature which has scattered the Nighthawks, expecting to see something huge and terrible. But instead, what you see is the face of a friend. A gold-crest eagle from the king's own eyrie in Analand. Whoa! The eyrie is deep behind the Shamutanti wall. It must have flown for 3 days to reach you, but why? The creature, slowly becoming visible, sees you have recognized it. It folds its wings and settles to the ground before you, beak tilted low. Well, if it's a king's bird, let's bow. Still catching your breath, you bow your head to the eagle. It opens its beak in reply, and something falls to the ground. It is a message cylinder. Whatever it contains must be of vital importance, or the king would not have risked revealing your location like this to deliver it. Leave it? Oh, come on, dude. Take the tube. You reach down and pick up the tube. Inside is a rolled parchment sealed with the royal seal of the King of Analand. We trust these tidings reach you in fair health, but must warn you of impending peril. Your mission is discovered. The Mampane's eyes have spied our plan, and word is on its way to the Dark Fortress. Too late we discovered our unwelcome eavesdroppers, and news of your quest is being carried towards High Zaman by 7 serpents, the Archmage's most trusted servants. By now they will have reached the Backlands, and here they will divide to complete their journey separately. If you are still able, seek them out, for they must stop to rest and eat. Destroy the creatures before they reach their goal, else the Archmage will prepare a deadly welcome for you. Find Shadrach the Hermit for advice, for naught moves through the Backlands without his knowledge. Our hearts are with you. Okay, wow, that is something. So it's not just so simple that we just need to navigate our way through here. We need to find 7 snakes and kill them. Else the High Sorcerer who holds the crown of kings will know that I'm coming for the crown. Oh dear. Oh jeez. How am I gonna find 7 snakes? Thank the eagle. You look up, but the Goldcrest eagle has already rendered itself invisible once more. You feel the rush of air as its great wings lift it from the ground. Then you are alone. Destroy the message, keep it. Destroy the message or keep it. Okay, on one hand, maybe I need to keep this to show it to Shadrach, the hermit, for proof of my identity. But on the other hand, if I keep it, I could lose this message somewhere and other people could learn of my goal? Okay, I'm gonna keep it for now in hopes I can destroy it later after we meet Shadrach, so keep it. You roll the message up and slip it into your pack. It would seem the Backlands are not as deserted as you had hoped, as you had supposed. You must find these 7 serpents and destroy them, or your journey will be for nothing. You have found 2 new clues, and another clue has been updated. No decision is permanent. Click the rewind button at any time if you want to scroll back and try a different path. Yeah, no. We're not doing that. We're keeping things interesting. So, along the road, the stars turn in the sky overhead. Taking the pole as your guide, you make your way north along the blasted road. Before you, the Backlands stretch away to a dim horizon. How can you hope to locate 7 serpents in such a wilderness? I must find Shadrach. No doubt this Shadrach will help you, though how does the King of Analand know who lives in the Backlands? Is there more to this wilderness than you know? Or is the king relying on the unreliable foresight of his farseers? Okay, maybe I should click this to, get it away. Right. So what are we heading towards? Okay, it looks like this path winds down the cliff, but maybe I could take an expedited fall into this? It looks like a cave. If I were a snake, I'd hole up in a cave. Oh, man. Man, that's just... There's a lot to look at, but, you know, compared to the city, or even to the Shemutanti Hills, this seems very sparse. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of set pieces, you know? Like, actual points of interest seem very few and far between, so maybe this will be easy. Who knows? Oh, it's not going to be easy. Need to remember I need to find the sham as well for the sleepless ram. Ugh. After about half an hour, you see a deep black line across the earth up ahead, and catch your step just in time. You are 1 pace away from the edge of a sheer cliff. A few loose stones disappear over the edge and clatter away into the dark. Look for a way down. Rest until daylight. Cast a spell. Resting until daylight would be the smart thing, but I'm kind of wanting to believe that the serpents are actually maybe on the move. Like, the notes said that the serpents would have to rest and eat, but I don't know if that's just saying that they're gonna stay where they are exactly for the sake of gameplay purposes. Just make sure you find all of them before you reach the exit of this act. Or if the snakes are actually physically out there and I need to catch up to them. And if I dally, they could reach the city before me. Well, I think I'll cast a spell. Hopefully I can cast Sun. A light spell would be nice. Let's see. Sun. Hell yeah. Good thing I have so many sun jewels. You cast the light, and the sun jewel in your pack begins to pulse and throb with a brilliant, blinding light. Look at the cliff. With the light from the jewel, you look over the cliff and make out a set of worn, carved steps leading downwards. It seems there definitely is a path here, or there was many hundreds or thousands of years ago. Climb down. You creep towards the stone steps and begin to make your way down. Yeah. Oh! Oh, hello. The ancient staircase, day 1. During the past day you found 4 new clues. Okay, I want to skip forward for that, because I'm not sure if the music will be copyright struck. I can't help but notice I lost even more stamina. In the distance, the sun breaks over the horizon. You've been awake all night and are weaker for it. God, I've already lost half my health. This is great. You clamber down the ancient stairs. It is painstaking work, as every step is about the height of your own body. Then, about halfway to the ground, you are forced to stop. The steps below have fallen to rubble. Look at the remaining stairs. The steps on which you stand is in fine condition, perhaps sheltered from the weathering winds by the overhang above. But the next is gone, as are the others after that, stripped from the cliff face as though scoured. You can make out fragments of fallen rocks scattered across the plain below. A few rocks skitter down the steep slope to the ground below. Okay, I kind of want to cast a slow fall spell and just jump my way down. But I want to see that cave, so make a move? You have no choice but to turn back or else jump. Wait, hold on. But what about this little... it's probably just... I mean, why does it look so weird? Also, is it just me or does this cliff face here look weird? If I go to jump, will I be able to cast a spell first? You take a moment to gather your courage and then let yourself fall far and fast onto broken stones? No. I know I just said that. I don't rewind, but I'm just gonna headcanon this as me just going to cast a spell after choosing to make a move. Yeah. Look at the remaining stairs. Cast a spell. Look, we all know that was stupid, alright? Okay, yeah, I see F, A, L. Float in air. You cast the spell, lightening your body weight to a mere fraction of normal. Somewhere close by, the wind whistles a clear note as though blowing over the top of a gigantic bottle. Okay, if I take a moment to look across the cliff face, the spell might run out of time. But I need to see that cave. You lean from the step to glance around the cliff face and spy a cave mouth in the raw rock of the cliff a little way to the east of where you stand. Perhaps the staircase once led to it, but if so, that ledge is no longer intact. Oh. Right, step off the stairs. You step over to where the staircase ends and beyond. The cave mouth you saw disappears upwards as you drift down. I think I was supposed to make a move from that point, and I could enter the... Okay. Shut up. You didn't see anything. You didn't see anything. Alright? Look, I've stayed strong and I didn't do any rewinding bullshit to this extreme for the last 2 acts. I'm allowed this, okay? Look across. Make a move. You have no choice but to turn back or else jump. Oh. Well, okay then. You jump and drift gently down to the valley floor. Your weight returns and you settle gradually back down to the ground. The light from your sun jewel pulses twice and fades. The foot of the cliff is punctured by little holes, perhaps a warren of hill foxes, or whatever equivalent inhabits this barren wasteland. Look back up at the cliff. You gaze up the soaring arc of the cliff, barren rock, dusted by what little scrub can cling onto its sides. It is as if some great clawed hand had scooped out the earth. You can just make out the cave mouth you saw earlier halfway up. It appears quite unreachable. Look across the plain. In the near distance, back from the cliff, you can see a stone tower, the only stone structure in the whole barren landscape. Look at the tower. The tower stands some way across the plain, almost in the foothills of the ridge. It lists to one side, but appears not to have crumbled into ruin. This, then, is the plain of Badubak, an endless expanse of dust, broken only by the thin outline of an ancient road. No one from Analand has been here. No one even knows what happened to this place. Once it was the Archmage's own country, his fields and paddocks, and now it is too barren to even be a place of death. Damn. Oh, hello. Okay. Okay, hello. That's a lot of directions. Follow the cliff. Follow the old road into the plain. Or follow the western cliff. Direct route north, huh? Looks like there's a road that goes up to the peak of this mountain. I could maybe jump off the side there. Oh, this is non-linear to hell. Oh my god, okay. I kind of want to head to this. Like, I need to look for any and all signs of civilization, so... Maybe we'll follow the cliff for a bit. You've reached the bottom of the cliff. The early morning sun makes the air glow. The great cliff rises up into the sky, unclimbable, and looking ready to topple at any moment. Check my provisions. You take a moment to review your situation. You have ample food, carefully husbanded on your trip through Kare, and so should be able to explore the wilderness without immediate fear of starvation. But once provisions run low, it may be difficult to find more. I'll eat something now. I need to pick me up. You eat a quantity of your cheese and bread and feel much better for it. Look back at the cliff. You crane your neck to look back up the cliff towering up behind you. Presumably, this is why there are no maps of the backlands. Those who fall in never leave. About halfway down, you spy the cave you spotted. Totally inaccessible, of course. The game keeps taunting me with that cave. You turn your eyes to the surrounding wastes. Time to journey outwards into the cursed plains. Okay, into the road anyway, huh? You leave the shadow of the cliff for the road that cuts across the plain. A few clouds scud across the sky. From here, the path is uncertain. Badubak is a wasteland, and there is no pass through the great ridge that forms its eastern border. The forest of Snata is uncharted. The Zanzunu peaks and Mampanes seem remote. Let's talk about what's nearer to us, the forest. The forest of Snata, to the east of the ridge, is uncharted, and the Cladabak steppes are said to be home only to under-evolved half-humans. Wow, rude. No tracks climb the horns of Ilklala that lie beyond the forest, and there is no bridge across the Great Lake beyond that. The Zanzunu peaks and Mampanes seem remote. And yet, a way must be found. When the Archmage sent his birdmen to steal the crown of kings, they flew. But you must walk. The path beckons. There is no alternative. The future of the old world depends on you finding your way across this lonely dust bowl. Oh, God, more options. Oh, geez. Strike out, north, the blasted tree along the road to the marked cliff. Oh, so, yeah, this cliff did look weird. Okay, well, the tree is a landmark in this wasteland. It stands out. Let's see who's here, if anyone. You leave the road and walk across the desolate plain. As the morning moves on, the wind begins to rise. After a while of walking, you see something to break the monotony. Too tall and thin for a skewer of rock or a building, you cannot place it until you get close. It is a single tree, leafless and dead, tilting from the desolate soil. Look up at the tree. The tree must be the last remnant of an ancient forest, though why this particular trunk has survived when all the others fell is not clear. And that is not all. A rope ladder hangs from one side of the higher branches of the tree. Climb the rope ladder? You scramble up the rope ladder to get a view across the lands, but the branches seem to be alive, twisting and bending as you climb. They are closing in around you like a trap. Climb down, untie the ladder, cut the branches away. Just get out of there, get out of reach, climb down. Moving quickly, you drop back down from the tree. As you land, you are arrested by a voice from somewhere above. Stranger, the voice is faint, yet echoing. Stranger! Look for the speaker. You look around behind the tree over your shoulder, but the endless plain stretches away in all directions. There is no one in sight. Who's there? A stranger, replies the voice, from somewhere above you. I believe. Look up. Oh, You look up into the branches of the tree to find the bare twigs have curved themselves into a human face, an old man's face that looks down at you with overturned mouth. Stranger, the tree face declares wistfully, you are lost. That is cool. Well, what are you? I am not lost. What makes you say I am lost? What are you? You demand boldly. The tree shivers as though a breeze has passed through it. Perhaps it is a chuckle. I am a spirit, it replies, and an old friend. Can you guide me? The branches flutter and break in a sudden gust of wind, the face disappearing for a moment. You seek the whereabouts of Shadrach of Badubak, the face declares. Where will I find him? Turn like a leaf in the morning, the face replies, sighing a deep sorrow of ash and autumn color, to the Fishtail Rock. He is expecting you. Another stronger breeze catches the branches and disturbs them, and when they settle, the face has disappeared. Come back, you shout, but your words have no effect. Wait? You wait a short while longer, but it is no good. You walk away from the shade of the tree. Oh God, I can turn back. Fishtail Rock? Is that a fishtail? Fishtail? Was that like a telescope? Fishtail. Fish? Tail? I'm gonna hope it's that. Let's move towards that. You walk on across the plain until you meet the edge of an old road. As the sun climbs towards its zenith, the wind picks up. The road snakes across the Dust Bowl. Snake! Snake! I need to kill the snake! It's one of the 7 serpents. Oh no, it's not that easy. In the near distance, you make out something through the haze. Not a tower, but a spire of rock. It seems to flicker strangely. From behind you, a voice says, "Excuse me." Turn around. You turn around to find the road deserted. There is no one in sight in any direction. Where are you? You call, half expecting Flanker to materialize up from the dust to greet you. There is no reply. The cold wind whistles around you. The plains feel suddenly far emptier than a moment before. You continue along the ghost road. Interesting, but okay. Head east. You follow the old road. The sun has reached its highest point now. Out of the shade, the air is baking hot. The road forks here, with the main path snaking up the mountainside to the east. Snake? Rocks have tumbled down the slope and all but covered the road. Look east. You cast your gaze east towards the towering Badubak Ridge. The main peak is lost in haze at the end of the long, winding road that climbs the slope. And to the north. Looking north, the road winds along the rocky edges of the foothills. A particularly impressive stone stupa stands out a little way along. Stones shift and move underfoot as you walk. North. The ground underfoot turns into rocks and scree. Heat beats down from an empty sky. You pause to rest in the shadow of a large rock spire that sticks from the dirt like a claw through cloth. Right, look at the rock. Not clock. The rock is a single shattered spire, perhaps once part of the mountain range to the east, or perhaps driven up through the ground by some geological quirk. At the base of the rock is the mouth of a cave. Look inside the cave. You approach the cave with one hand on your blade, remembering the giants in the hills outside Kare. The cave appears to go back some distance into pitch blackness. Someone seems to have scratched a message into the rock inside the cave. It is only just legible and must be ancient. Read the scratched message. In the thin sunlight falling into the cave, you can make out the ancient scratched message with some difficulty. Stranger, I am waiting very long ago. Summon you, call my name to the skies, and I will... Adra. Try calling out a name. Yeah, Adra, Shadrach. Thick flanker slaying Shadrach Sansus Loreg. That's a bit funny, but Shadrach. You cry the name across the plains, and the echo of it seems to set off a distant avalanche. The ground begins to shake and rumble, and you stagger to your knees. The very earth is moving, as though it was splitting or merging back together. You reach down to steady yourself, only to find that grass is growing between your fingers. Oh, hello. Okay, I think I might be getting an inkling of a gimmick here. You pick yourself unsteadily to your feet, feeling sick and unwell. Everything around you is the same, but everything is different. The rock has 2 spires, for one thing. The cave seems smaller and darker, and in a fire pit built into the scrub at its mouth, a fire is burning. From inside, you hear the gentle sound of singing. Listen. I got healed. You stop and listen. The singer is a man with a voice like gravel moving over ice. He sings in a language you do not recognize, but its tune feels at once arresting and ancient, and the melody seems to soothe your soul. Approach the fire. Call out for Shadrach, draw my sword, and enter, slip away quietly. Now let's call out. Shadrach, you cry, I am here. The singing stops abruptly. There is a coughing and wheezing sound, and then an old man hobbles out from the cave, limping on a stick. This must be Shadrach himself, but you recognize the face as that of the tree spirit you met earlier. Bruh! Oh, that's cool! Ah, it's you, he declares, speaking thickly through his beard. I have been expecting you. He waves a hand around the landscape. Welcome back. Neat. What was that magic? You know who I am. Welcome back. You are Shadrach the Hermit. So what do you mean, welcome back? Chronologically, this should be the first time I meet you. Just so. You have come a long, long way, my Anolander friend, he smiles. I know your mission, of course. I know all about you. And you know about me, I hope. Then my name is Shadrach. Show him the eagle's message. You pull the message from your pack. I was given this, you explain. It mentions you. He scans it and looks up. Your diviners are most impressive. Or, perhaps our meeting has simply been remembered. Yes, that is more likely. Then his eyes narrow as he reads on. 7 serpents, yes. But now I see why they have sent you to me. What do you know of them? A little, he nods slowly, thinking. I know you journey here from Kare. Tell me, how fair is that city? The same as always. You lie. Oh. I didn't want to lie, but I thought it was just being flowery. Surely if this man has knowledge, he must know that Kare is in great turmoil. He laughs. I watched an army of marsh goblins scale the cliffs armed with swords and axes, he says. There should be smoke rising at the horizon, but I see no such thing. He grabs a handful of dry grass from the ground and tosses it into the fire pit, where it blazes for a moment into flame. He appears to change topic. I must warn you that no one from Analand has ever crossed the Backlands alone and survived. What are the dangers? The land is cursed, Shadrach replies. The very rocks and earth here are lost. Things become unstuck, and you have now become unstuck yourself. I do not understand. He demonstrates with his I read Ancient World, with his fingers as he speaks, twisting them together. The old world and the ancient world has grown together like thorny bushes. To journey through one is to journey through the other. Show him the serpent ring. You take this serpent ring from your pack and show it to Shadrach. Do you know what this is, you ask? Shadrach accepts it thoughtfully, turning the item over in his thick palm. I have never seen one, he says, but I would say it is a serpent ring. There are only 2 or 3 of these in the ancient world, or just one going round and round, you can never be sure. What does it do? I believe it is the component of a spell, he replies. Though quite what spell, I fear, do not know. I am no sorcerer, you understand. Then he hands the ring back to you. Try the Wizard of the Mountain, he adds. Climb from here, through the trees. Unexpectedly, Shadrach stumbles. He smiles at you weakly. What do you know of the 7 serpents? He asks quickly, keen to learn what you must while you can. The serpents are most terrible, Shadrach answers. I have often seen them, but they are no mere snakes. Do you know of their legend? Tell me. Shadrach nods, then coughs sharply. It is said that thousands of years from now, a few years ago for you perhaps, the Archmage of Mampain fought and slew a mighty hydra which dwelt in the caves of High Zaman. So formidable a foe was this creature that the Archmage took its 7 heads back to Mampain, where he used his dark arts to resurrect them as 7 winged serpents. They became his personal messengers, his assassins, his force in dark places. Oh, that is metal as hell. So they are undead creatures? Not exactly, Shadrach replies. Silver will not harm them, if that's what you are thinking. Rather, each serpent has a spirit to sustain it, that grants a great power, but also powerful weakness. Discover these weaknesses, and you may be able to defeat the serpents. Shadrach is shivering slightly now. His face is pale behind the ruddy beard. Do you know the serpent's weaknesses? He shakes his head. But those are the most closely guarded of secrets, hidden from simple divination. Please remember, to me, all this is yet to pass. He smiles thinly. But one thing I have seen. I have seen the air spirit defeated, and I can tell you how it was done. Bid him continue. It happened like this. The air serpent, huge and terrible, was transforming its being into a puff of gas that could suffocate and choke its foes. But in this form its empty body was weak, and when that husk was destroyed, the serpent was destroyed also. Shadrach coughs and shivers. Friend, he murmurs, I wish I did not have to go, but I must, if I am to close the circle. He gets his stick and pushes himself up to his feet. Where are you going? I go to rest, he sighs happily. I will plant my feet into the earth and lift my arms as branches, and drink in the sunshine for as long as there is water in the soil. Time to leave. He raises his arms to demonstrate, laughs, almost teeters over, catches himself with the stick, and begins to cough violently. There is, he wheezes, not too much time. So he becomes the tree, huh? Farewell, then, and thank you. Shadrach nods. We will meet again. We have already met, I think. He waves a hand at his cave. I have left one more thing for you in there. Travel well. Remember, when you walk through the fields of Ishtara, you are safe from the serpents. But if you do not return to your own time, you will never defeat them. How can I travel between these lands? Look to the beacons, he answers cryptically. If any have survived into your time, they will hold the little of our ancient light still. There is one to the north of here, at least, by the river. Go there. Reaching over, he places his hands on either side of your head, and you feel a great lightness entering your body. Healed me. That done, he turns and stamps away across the grass. Oh, let him go. He leaves, heading west. He doesn't leave yet. Once he turns into a tree, he'll leave a lot. Heading west across the plains and fading into the hazy dust that hangs in the air. You muse on what you have seen. It seems there is more to the backlands than there first appeared. You are left alone by the cave mouth once more. Right, look inside the cave. You look into the cave again, and this time find a strange horn hanging from a hook on the wall. It is ornately carved from strange twisting shell with a hide of leather. It is a gale horn, one of very few in existence. You lift it down with great care. What is a gale horn? Blow the horn? You place the horn to your lips and blow a note. It is clean and mellow-pitched, and makes the air stir with echoes. You silently thank the hermit for his gift. Look around the plain. You pause to look around the plain. Thin scrub grass stretches away north and west. To the east, the mountains are gleaming in the afternoon sun. The whole world seems to have come alive around, but surely this magic cannot last. Well, full health, already ate today, so let's move on. You make your way back to the old road that runs past the rock. To the north, you catch a glimpse of the tower Shadrach mentioned, covered in green ivy. West, you notice a young tree that surely wasn't there before. Okay. Okay, hello. Okay. So, time travel. From Shadrach's phrasing, I want to say that every snake will be found in the present. So it probably behoove me to not spend most of my time in the past, but he said that there's someone in the mountains up here that can help me, so let's go there. South. You pick your way carefully over the rocks to the edge of a road. The wind picks up as the evening draws on. It'll be night soon again already. The east-west road into the mountains branches north a year. In the elbow of the junction is a small stone idol. Look at the idol. You pause to look down at the idol, which was definitely not here before. The stone appears to be carved into the shape of an iguana. It stands upright on its tail, finger splayed. A pictograph in the old hand is written beneath. Read it. The pictograph reads, Sorceress. The fingers of the gecko, you notice, are pointing eastwards up the mountainside. Touch the idol? Nope. You pause to touch the idol, but receive no particular blessing from it. Perhaps its purpose is merely to inform. Right. Okay. There's a lot to unpack here. Okay, mountain path. The rocks underfoot soon turn into a slope, and then the slope gets steeper until the going is hard and you're heaving for breath. The sun is sinking and the sky is turning bruised purple. Soon it will be dark. The path quickly leads into an area of light forest, which covers the hillside with a light shade. Animals scurry through the undergrowth and birds fly overhead. It is the most life you have seen since you left Kare. From up ahead you hear a repetitive beating sound. Ooh, forage? Could do with some provisions. You leave the path for a few steps, pushing through the undergrowth and scouring for fruit or roots that might be edible. Eventually you find a small plant with bright purple berries. I can see if they're dangerous. SUS, suss out danger. Let's see. SUS. Looking at the stars, you craft the magic and a familiar calm voice begins to speak to you. The voice suggests that this place is quite safe, then the spell fades. This place, huh? This place. Taste a berry. It is bitter and sour. Spit it out. Pick a handful, why not? Okay, you collect a decent handful of berries. If you're a squash, staining your hands a bright blue color, save them. You return back to the main path. The beating sound pauses for a moment, but then starts up once more. The noise is loud and regular, and accompanied by the occasional cry. It seems to be coming from somewhere close, a little way to the north. You push on through the trees, using the beating noise to cover the sound of your steps. Follow the sound or through the forest. I don't know. I'm curious, though. I mean, what could it be? You leave the main path to follow the sound. The sun disappears from view as you step into the trees. On all sides, the ancient forest looms up. The sun lowers towards the horizon. You follow the sound of blows through the trees until you come across a clearing, thick with knotted grass. On the far side stands a tall, wiry creature who wields an enormous axe. Whatever it is, it has not yet seen you. His attention seems to be focused on a nearby tree. Okay, there's a lot of things I can do here, so, you know what? We'll just call it here for now. This has been our first look at Act 3, and, okay, not gonna lie. When I was starting up, knowing that all this wilderness was waiting for me, I was like, could this ever really be as interesting as Kare? The hustle and bustle in the city, and the danger around every step, and all the interior portions, and the spell lines, and the time loop, well. Okay, so 7 serpents, these resurrected Hydra heads. I need to kill all of them along my way, or else the enemy will know of me before I even get to the city. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. And, this time travel thing. If I'm thinking this right, there are going to be portions of this map where time flows backwards and I can go into the past and... Oh, man. And I did notice as I was going through here, I had a lot of options at all time, really, to go wherever I wanted in whatever direction I wanted, and this feels very open. This feels very open. So, yeah, I suppose next time we'll deal with this creature, we'll see about the sorceress, and then we'll probably head up north to here, and then from there, most likely across the river. Oh man, I can see like the water, the blue of the water in the river. Man. Oh, wow. Act 3 is going to be a lot, isn't it? Well, I'm excited, so hope you are too. In the meantime, I'm Zephyr the Jester. This has been more Sorcery. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. So until then, please take care.